Hello LEGO fans, Bricks Unbound here with the next update in my Building Hogwarts series. I believe this is update number 10. I had really been hoping that I'd be able to finish the Great Hall roof before this update. I know it's been quite some time since the last one, but as you can tell, it is not done. But it's at a good enough stage of planning, I think, that I can record a video, show you. It's been several months since the last one, so I do apologize for that. But as you can see, this current version of the roof is going to be made with slopes. And I say current version because I've actually rebuilt things many times trying to figure out how I wanted to do this. Originally it was going to be using, you can actually still see the remnants of it, this 45-degree angle, I think is what it is, these slopes here. That are just 2 deep, 1 brick tall. I'd actually had made a section of the roof. In fact, I think it's still, laying over there with that. And it just did not look nearly steep enough to capture the full Great Hall effect. So then I'm like, well, if that's not steep enough, let's go super steep. And there's actually one of these over there. So that's using the 2x2x3 slopes. And again, put that one on, and it was way too tall. Then it looked too steep, and just with the crazy height that had, there was no way I was going to get that to even fit really in the in my Lego room along with the rest of the castle. So I decided, hey, I'll go for something in the middle, which is what this is. I had also considered just doing it with plates temporarily to get something there so I didn't have to keep looking at an open air top to the Great Hall. Although, I mean, I like looking down inside there. I think it's come along pretty well. You can see lots of stuff got knocked apart. There's probably some random pieces laying down there as I dropped them while working on this. But I tried the plates. In fact, I even rebuilt the entire back this back wall of the Great Hall to fit the height of plates. You can see actually the pieces of the roof are laying down here. So I had those leaning up on either side here. It was looking okay. Obviously I wasn't planning on it. Really from the beginning I haven't been planning on using the regular plate design like they did in the official Great Hall set. I was just going to do it real quick, put it up there so I had some kind of roof on it, because I was tired of looking at it and being like, man, I need a roof on that building. Put it up there, and then was looking at it, and just, I would rather have looked at no roof than looking at that plate for whatever reason. So took those down, completely restarted here, and promptly ran out of these bricks here, right? The 2x2x2, I guess they are, slopes. But I do think finally I've reached a roof design that I like. The problem is they're kind of hard to find in really high quantities. I did place an order for I think 180 something of these just a few days ago from a bricklink seller. And the sad part is this section here, I think it uses roughly 60 or so just for this one section. So even 180 more of those pieces coming, it'll go out to like here. So that'll be like halfway done. I have a few random ones left, but not enough to have made any real progress here. But I am very happy with how these windows are looking, especially from the side here. I think they look pretty good. If you look at it from straight on the front or back, they look a little odd and blocky there. So who knows, maybe I'll try something else eventually, but I like this design. I was able to get it pretty evenly spaced between them and between the top of the roof. I'm not crazy about all the studs on top here, although it doesn't bother me too much. I could of course get some of the I could use cheese slopes, or the I thought I had some laying around here somewhere, but the slopes that are too wide and they come up to a point, you probably know what I'm talking about. I could do those. The angle wouldn't be quite the same, but it would probably work, at least cover it up, or I could just stick tiles across there. Not entirely sure how I want to do it, But speaking of how I built up the back of this, this is of course going to have to be redone a little bit. It doesn't match up with this style of roof. As I said, I built it specifically for the plates, but I did get this tower put on, and I'm reasonably happy with it. I think it'll work for now. I will of course have to rebuild this back section for I think the third time now to narrow it in just a little bit, mainly on the inside here, so I can continue putting these slopes up. But I'm happy with how it's looking. Of course, this is removable. You probably notice some of these tiles sitting down here. Let's see if I can do this without dumping everything over. Although I didn't leave myself a place to set it down. Okay, let's try this. So, as you've seen in previous videos, the front entrance hall section just unattaches. So that looks pretty good there. I also like that I was actually able to use arches and kind of get the general gist of the hall. Obviously this tan piece is the wrong color. I'm sure I have them from all the Minecraft sets somewhere, but I couldn't find any 2x10 bricks in reddish brown. But this is going to be a little bit rebuilt anyway as I attach the next sections onto it. So I wasn't super concerned, just wanted to figure out the parts I would need. But I just reached my arm right in here and then lift it up. And yes, it broke right now because without the roof attached, it is not very secure. And there we go. Lifts right off. As I said, missing some parts there, obviously. But yeah, that's what it looks like. And it should stay together pretty well once I actually get the whole thing built. And you can see I just attached it with a few, dang it, just knocked off another one. A few jumpers in here. I should probably figure out a better way to attach these things, but I wanted them centered on there. Anyway, also, I got the fireplace put in here, and it's really hard to see, but there are actually little orange pieces down there. I'm tempted before, which is why I haven't like sealed this. Man, I just knocked another one off. Why I haven't completely sealed this up yet. I want to kind of see if I can maybe get a light brick to somehow slide down in there, so then when the chimney comes up, maybe you can push down on the chimney and get the fireplace to light up, because I did put the flame pieces down there. You just cannot see them. Oh, you can just barely see a hint of orange in there. I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good when I was putting it in. You just can't really tell now. I'm also happy with how the, my simplified version of the Hogwarts crest is on the fireplace, just similar to how it is in the films. Oh yeah, there's some pieces laying in here. But this is pretty much the same, other than when I redid the top, and we'll redo it again. That'll pretty much do it for this update. Hopefully the next one, I get those 180 parts in to keep working here. I should be able to, as I said, get it about halfway done. Hopefully get this back part redone so it lines up nicely. And I might even start working on rock work underneath it, because I really need to figure out what the height is going to be on this thing. Because it's just the Great Hall, right? And it is by no means even close to the tallest structure at Hogwarts. There's the, what's the word I'm looking for? The Grand Staircase Tower, which is going to be roughly the size of that in circumference. And then, of course, it's way taller. We've got the Astronomy Tower, which is the tallest building of Hogwarts, and which, I don't know, I'm going to run out of space. It's going to hit the ceiling. I guess I could potentially lower these tables some. Not keen on that, though. I really like the storage underneath. So we'll have to see how that works. But I hope you enjoyed this update and are liking how it's coming along so far. And it should not be 2 months until the next one. Now that we made it past the holidays, I should be able to get back onto a more regular schedule. No promises, though. Thank you for watching, and make sure you come back for more.